Are you stuck with boring, lifeless shelves? Introducing the Colourpop Carafe collection. Order in the next 30 seconds and we'll double the offer.
Nah, I only have one of each. And operators are obviously not standing by. Let's keep it real. Hi, I'm Ash, professional paper whisperer, part-time philosopher, and full-time believer that glue can fix more than just crafts. It can fix mindsets too. If you are into mixed media, neurospicy creativity, and the occasional existential giggle, consider subscribing to this channel where we turn creative ADHD impulses and borderline hoarding habits into shiny things you actually want on your shelf. Today, I'm wrapping 4 hopeless misfits in leftover gel prints, minimal budget, maximal color explosion, and some spicy thoughts about why we keep buying new stuff when the old stuff isn't even done talking yet. Let's start with the tiny truth in case nobody has told you yet. We don't buy objects, we buy promises. A candle promises coziness. A lipstick promises I'm irresistible now. Pretty new jewelry promises I feel worthy. A shiny new brush promises that this time I'll finally become the version of me who finishes every project and labels every jar. Our brains aren't villains. They're just very excitable interns. Novelty walks in, slams the big red dopamine button and shouts, "We are happy now." Packaging people know that. Algorithms know that. My magpie ADHD brain absolutely knows that. And listen, I love my brain. It keeps me curious. But it also loves a good bargain like a seagull loves price. That's why words like free or limited feel like someone fired the starting pistol at the 100-meter dash. Off we sprint to the checkout, chasing a mood more than a mug. The rush feels great for about as long as elevator music lasts. Here is the twist. The mood is real, the object is just a container. And containers only feel magical when we believe the right thing is inside. If we pour loneliness into a shopping bag, the bag actually doesn't get heavier, but we get emptier. If we pour play, curiosity, community into the same old jar, suddenly the jar glows. So no. This isn't a "you're doing consumption wrong" summon. It's a small rewire. Keep the dopamine, change the source. Instead of buying the promise of a certain feeling, make the feeling. That's what today's little vessel glow-ups are about. I didn't grow up with a big shopping budget. More therapy was never my thing. My trap was different. Bargain brain, clearance signs. 2 for 1. The oh so dangerous word free. That language speaks fluent me. It made me feel clever, resourceful, a little invincible. As if I'd outsmarted the system. Except I wasn't outsmarting anything. I was smuggling feelings. Look, I'm creative. I'm prepared. I'm future me who will definitely use this cool jar for something. Yeah, sometimes I did, but most of the time I didn't. And future project ended up collecting dust in the basement. I began to step off the impulse treadmill years ago because I didn't want to fall for the promises anymore. In a minute, I'll share the very simple little hack that helped me break the habit. But not falling into the trap doesn't fix the cause. The emptiness, the neediness, the emotional pain, the thing that sends us searching and often into addiction is still there. Those pain points need to be found and healed. Only then can we stop the madness. In late 2019, intuitive painting found me, and this was a true game changer. During the Rauhnächte, I took a course in intuitive painting, and it opened a door to my deepest inner self and set a healing process in motion that's still going today. And art stopped being just decorative. It became a mirror I could step into. And at some point, I start a dialogue with the painting. Sometimes emotional, often hilarious. See, the painting always tells me what it needs right now, and very often it's exactly the thing I need right now. So, here we are. 4 simple canvases rescued from various corners of my world. And no, collaging paper onto old vessels don't cause the shift. It's just one more way of building the promise instead of buying it. And it's no coincidence that I chose vessels. They are the symbol of us humans. When I create, I fill up. When I impulse buy, I leak. Sometimes I keep pouring things in and wonder why I feel hollow. Maybe the contents were wrong. And sometimes, before I can fill up with the good stuff, I have to empty. Not forever, just enough to make room. Space isn't failure. Space is preparation. And this is the reason I make art. This vase, this collage, the painting behind me, this is not art. For me. To me, art lives in the process of emptying me, the human vessel. And this is a souvenir of the journey, a witness to the process. So, there is one micro habit that saved my wallet and the planet a bit of grief. Flirt or true love. Any aisle, any card, any late night scroll, ask yourself, is this a dopamine flirt or true love? Flirts fade. True love sticks around for laundry day. And how can you tell, you may ask? The 48-hour walk away. If it's true love, it survives time. Screenshot it, walk away. Let your nervous system reset. 2 days later, if your brain still whispers its name, okay, maybe. If you forgot about it, it was a flirt with great lighting. The future shelf test. Imagine the thing living in your space 5 years from now. Still useful? Still beautiful? Still you? Or has your style moved on and the dust bunnies moved in? Price per joy, not price per use. Joy. Some tools I touch daily. Some decorations make a corner sing every time I pass. If the joy is real and repeatable, okay. If the joy is mostly in the buying, that's a flirt dressed as love. The vessel check. Ask, what will this actually pour into me? Skills, play, community, or pressure, clutter, and a new guild playlist? When I treat myself as a vessel, I pick contents first, container second. And of course, I still mess up. Hello, my name is Ash, and I'm occasionally a packaging victim. But the mess-ups are smaller now, and often they turn into art supplies later. Flirts become collage, love becomes legacy. And if this gave you a gentler way to look at your own shelves, throw a like at it so the algorithm pokes a few more creative souls. And if you are in a season of emptying your vessel right now, I'm cheering for you. Stay curious, stay crafty, and be kind to your future self. See you in the next one.